of hard work between the administration of Thorsby and council and task force, and the administration, council, and task force of Wetaskiwin, County Wetaskiwin 10. Alberta Regulation 112/2018 provides direction for municipalities to enter into a controlled corporation, either singularly or in conjunction with another municipality. For the past year, 24-25, the town of Thorsby and the County of Wetaskiwin 10 have been working together for regional water distribution and building the documents required by the regulation to form a municipal controlled corporation. The regulation states the following criteria that must be met, and I'm happy to report that that criteria has been met. Number one, information provided to the public on Thorsby's website, social media, and media disclosing the documents to the public the regulation required. That was done June 28, 2025. Business case sent to both councils for their consideration in passing a resolution to form a municipal controlled corporation, June 28, 2025. That met the 30-day document release. Public hearing, July 29, 2025 at 6 p.m., Thorsby Council Chambers, and that morning of that same date, Wetaskiwin conducted theirs. Council set August 19, 2025 special meeting to determine through resolution their decision on a resolution to advise the minister of the municipal corporation in conjunction with the County of Wetaskiwin. Our recommendation, we recommend that due to all the deadlines through regulation are met, the following resolution be considered and passed by council. The duly elected council, the town of Thorsby, having met all the requirements of the municipally controlled corporation regulation, resolves to form a municipal controlled corporation with the County of Wetaskiwin number 10, and under section 75(1)(2) of the Municipal Government Act, shall notify the minister with copy of the resolution within 60 days of the passage of this resolution.
Thank you. Any discussion with the council here? The County of Wetaskiwin has already passed theirs.
They did last Tuesday, sir.
Yeah. And if there's no more discussion, if somebody would like to make that motion?
Yeah, I'd move that the duly elected council of the town of Thorsby, having met all the requirements of the Municipal Control Corporation's regulation, resolves to form a municipal control corporation with the County of Wetaskiwin number 10, and under section 75.1, subsection 2 of the Municipal Government Act, shall notify the minister with copy of the resolution within 60 days of the passage of this resolution.
Thank you. All in favor? That is carried. Awesome.
Sir and council, we have a municipally controlled corporation.
Hey!
Hey.
Bottle we can offer.
Yeah, I got it.
It's been.
We're not allowed to applaud, but.
Yes, you can.
He's in charge of decorum, I don't know.
Well, it's been a long time coming, and it would have been very nice if it would have been done when we got the license and all that, but, well, didn't happen.
Eventually it's better than never.
Better than ever, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great day for Thorsby and the area, as far as I'm concerned, and,
Well, it protects our biggest asset and minimizes our biggest liability, so.
correct.
Exactly. The thing we have to do, the last thing we have to do that doesn't require any resolutions is the two task forces will set a time to meet.
Yeah.
After the probably long weekend in September, just to go over the shareholders agreement, because that's not part of this resolution, and to satisfy themselves with the name of the corporation.
Thank you for everybody's hard work on that.
It's a great team effort. We all worked hard.
It's a lot of hours.
Huge, I still think most of the residents don't understand.
No, I don't think they do, but it's impressive that we got everyone to all be so agreeable and amenable and have like two very different municipalities with two very different engineers all paddling in the same direction. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
It actually worked.
It worked. It worked.
I would like to make a comment here. I was showing Phyllis there, and I gave it to CFO Les.
CFO Liz. My name's Liz today.
You didn't read it yet. Cindy Lou. And anyhow, according to a thing that I was at a family reunion on the weekend, and John Heyer, the first mayor of the village, incorporated in 1950, well, 49, whatever, I guess 49 December, but, and there was a nice little write-up about him, about, and 1954 is when the water and sewer lines were put in Thorsby.
Yeah.
Some people were saying in the 70s and stuff like that, but it was,
See, I just read that, but before you
yeah,
said it.
it's pretty cool.
Terrific. So look at that, like now you get to do this.
Well, it's come full circle, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a long time.
Yeah, that'll help our engineers too, your worship, because Jared doesn't ever know 100% either, our engineers, so.
Yeah.
I sent him a message today, 1954 pipes, Jared, put that on your map.
Yeah.
Like 70 years.
Yeah.
So you can imagine, so those lines, you know, being, 46 and 25, 71 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it is time they were changed out.
Well, I think the complex was built in the late seventies,
Yeah,
so.
that would be the tie-in pipes,
Yeah.
right, it would be the mains and that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure the whole town wasn't done in 1954, because the whole town wasn't this big in
The other stuff would have been added on, but the
Yeah.
main line from the water treatment town by the creek there, that would have been, all through there.
I think so, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, it's, I don't know, I think I'm like Councilor Corey, you dream and believe in something, and you know this has gotta be the best news for this little town, and you know now that this town will have a life, and.
Protect their future, absolutely,
and a
yeah.
future.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what else happens, this town now has a future.
Yeah, no, like this just now ensures the stability and, sustainability of Thorsby for decades. This is wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, great.
It's
And,
exciting.
I get, most people don't understand what we just did or what the benefit is, but honestly, like, this is the best thing that's happened to Thorsby in a generation.
Yep.
Since 1954.
This is amazing, and I honestly was skeptical we'd get it across the finish line, so.
I know.
And credit to the administration, a few more weeks and you would have been out of luck, but.
I know. Oh, no, I had you in the back of my mind a lot.
Trust me, we had many conversations about you, Corey.
I know, I'm a big deal.
The conversations are, if we don't get this across the line before September,
There'd be a lot of I told you so.
oh, there'd be.
You never hear the end of it.
We know. We
No,
know.
we're ready
Trade from 20 years from now, I'd still be saying I told you so.
I thought you'd email us, told you so. Can you do this for me?
And I know we couldn't have done it without the administration,
Uh-huh.
Cindy, Jesse, Donna, especially Donna, you put hours and hours and hours and hours in this, and meetings,
Yeah.
I think, I'm not blaming other administration or anything, but I can see why, for the hours that we put in this, why it never went through before, because it was.
Well, also having a partner on the other side who's
Partner as
in
well.
the same effort, but.
Correct, without a partner, you couldn't do it, so,
No, and kudos to Scott, their CA.
Yeah, I'm sure you put an equal effort into this,
There's no doubt about it.
Money and.
Money and,
I firmly believe this is a lifeline for Thorsby, and I think it's just gonna be even better than we think it's gonna be, myself.
It's actually a really great legacy for this council.
It is a good legacy for this council, in all honesty, and it gives us the opportunity now to start, working on the big grants. Scott and I have to set some time now.
Yeah.
For the big grants from the ministers, like there's about 4 ministers that are aware of what we're asking for, and it's big. And, now we're gonna start that grant. They started, believe Scott, it started the feed study on the grant they just got. So once we get the information back from that, i.e. what infrastructure we need to pump the water to the lake, then, the ministers are going, okay, once those 2 feed studies, it's gonna be easier to tap into Water for Life. And they paid a lobby group to lobby these ministers, and there's 5 that are just waiting, just excited and waiting. We're gonna be, not a test case, but kind of that, right? Because there hasn't been a big recent water line.
Trailblazer.
We're trailblazer, I like that better, I totally like that better. Yeah, and the grant then will allow us to, once we have the feed studies, allow us to determine our pipeline routes and so on and so forth. I did put into transportation, that email, just as an aside, because we're talking about this anyway, to Minister Boychenko about 2 projects that we needed. In that email he sent me, the first one I put in was to shore up the retaining wall at the intake for our 2 big 16-inch, or big 16-inch pipe. It's underground until you get underneath the road, and then it goes straight up the bank like this. There's a huge retaining wall alongside there that's failing, it's been failing for years, so it's gonna have to be done with, steel and everything without disturbing it, so that's about a $500,000 job. And the ozone, treatment system for the water treatment plant. and that's 200,000, because we do need that. So that all went into the minister, so we'll see what happens.
Excuse me, Donna, would you be able to extend the line that goes all the way to Wizard Lake from Buford, the technical line?
Yeah, absolutely. That'll be the next phase. Once we get this next study, we'll know, which way we're gonna pipe and which way we're gonna go. Mulhurst Bay is the end point.
Yeah.
And, we've got some ideas. We have some other things on the go here. But we'll extend that line, and eventually the other line we have to change is the one coming from Buford back to the water treatment plant. It's only 5 inch.
I know.
And it should be 16 to 18 inches.
Well, when I was on council, I wanted it to be 10, and they went down to 6,
Yeah, it's 5 actually.
You know, I think
I wish they would've,
I was so surprised, because, after I'd left,
it would've helped, but I
well, we
mean,
had the guys were here from the government, and they were talking about the line being 6 inches, and I said, no,
yeah,
it should have been 10, 8 or 10.
yeah.
And he said, no.
You're absolutely right, Phyllis, and you know what?
Next council screwed up.
It's unfortunate, but I mean, one thing about it, it's there, so the right of way is there, so I mean, we can go right beside it or do whatever we have to. We don't have to need permission from anybody, right?
We have 30 feet on either side of the.
Yeah.
Right away.
So that's the good thing, at least it's there, so,
Yeah. We can parallel it.
Yeah.
Just abandon the 5 inch parallel. Yeah.
That's
It's unfortunate, someday, Phyllis, if you wanna take a ride, I'll take you to Buford, and you can see how I'll call it jury rigged. Anybody can call it if they want to, but, I'll take you to it. And you see how they jury rigged a 16-inch pipe coming from the river down into a 5 inch. It's quite the feat of engineering, but it's ridiculous.
Yeah. That's what happened in experienced council, I guess, and they couldn't see Thorsby growing in the future.
Yeah.
Which is too bad,
Yeah.
Well,
what we're doing is, it's exciting for the town, but it's also scary, not for us. We're invested in it, we're okay. But it's scary for folks who want a future, but they may not understand what's trying to be done here. It sounds too big, and it's not, we're not scared of it, but some other folks will. So it's like, we want Thorsby to grow up, we don't want you to do this. Like, it's a little scary for folks, right?
too bad.
Yeah, but they'll come along with us. We'll keep everybody informed and as much as we're able, and water, nothing's gonna happen. There's no change in what we're doing or how we're operating yet, so that could be another 3-4 years. And if we change what we're doing in the corporation, we have to let you know, we have to have another public hearing, just for an informative thing, so. But it's scary for folks when they're used to seeing Thorsby a certain way, and then won't be.
Yeah.
A little scary, but we're not scared.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have a few questions, and I mean, maybe, you all know this, but I certainly don't. Okay, so you were talking about the shareholders, so there's the CAOs and the mayors, right?
No.
2 and 2, okay, no,
The shareholders of the corporation are the County of Itasco, number 10, in the town of Thorsby, represented by,
A board of directors.
Yeah, 4 directors,
4 directors.
2
And those
from
are,
each council.
so you've got the mayor and the CEO, so those.
No CAOs.
No CEOs, just the mayors.
The
Mayor-
councils
Yeah.
appoint directors to
Yeah.
represent the council. It's whatever the councils decide to appoint as their board members.
So you're not there, you're not in this MCC?
If I may be polite, I don't understand why I would be.
Oh, okay. Again,
No, it's good, no,
Okay.
it's good.
So that's,
And at each shareholder meeting, there's, you know how corporations work, there's a shareholder meeting every year, and the councils would appoint whoever they wish
yes,
for
okay.
Sit on the
that
board.
year at
I
that
just
point in
wasn't sure
time.
if the CAOs were involved as well. No, okay. The other thing is, I did listen to what Tammy DeBlanco had said last time. And there were some questions that I just want to know if, when you go in camera, if you're going to be discussing all these questions. No,
No, that's not the subject of tonight's closed meeting.
no, okay.
No.
We will, I will tell you this, now that we've done this, we will probably address that letter. myself and the Reeve of the County of Wetaskiwin, because, I will go on record in saying that there were a lot of things in that letter that weren't true.
Okay, so what, these questions that she brought up, did she just read her own letter?
No, she didn't.
You read the letter, because she addressed all sorts of other things, didn't she? Like I've highlighted them. Do you mind if I
No.
read them out?
No, go
And
right
then you
ahead.
can, okay, so number one was, she had said lack of communication, there was no formal, notice to the Leduc County. So that was one of the things she said. Now, I know you disagree with that, but I don't know where she got that from. Clarity of need without MCC, she wonders why there was maybe an MOU or an MOA, like why did it have to be a corporation?
Can we answer your questions one at a time? Can we
Okay.
go back to the first one?
Okay.
Sure.
With your permission?
No, you go right ahead.
She was formally notified by, Reeve Bishop of Wetaskiwin County before we, put it out, for the, MCC to be distributed and the documents to be distributed. So the county was notified formally by one of the shareholders of this corporation to be.
So she was notified.
In addition, there was a press release that went out, and you probably saw it in the paper, the press release went out to everybody. That was, I can't remember the date on it, but that was the first step.
Oh, that first one?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now what about the clarity of the need, without the MC, like, again, why a corporation?
Well, two reasons. You can have a commission, and most of the time, commissions are for, solid waste dumps, right, landfills. Corporation is, it's involved with a shareholder agreement. You can, borrow with the corporation, and you can control the corporation better. The municipal government, the Alberta government allows us to do that. It is regulated.
In the long and short, we can run it like a business instead of like a government,
Right.
which has been a big part of the problem for most things around here. If we run it like a business, it can be efficient, it can be effective, and actually achieve something. We're not allowed to operate that way if it was a commission.
Right, that makes sense, okay. Okay, now she mentioned the mapping. Now, how are we gonna go through the Leduc County, without their permission?
Have you ever heard of, and not being facetious here,
No.
have you ever heard of the concept, the saying concept to completion? We use it in design and we use it in construction. So that red circle around the map was a concept to completion circle. It by no means dictates where we were going, it by no means puts the county in any kind of, crosshairs or anything. We were just saying, here's what we're looking at, so there's been no decision.
But if you go to Mullers, don't you have to go through Leduc County?
Not necessarily.
What do you mean by
Well,
that?
there's transportation right-of-ways, there's highway right-of-ways, there's all kinds of things.
There's existing
There's
laws.
the line does T at Buford, right, there is contingencies, there's alternatives, there's existing right-of-ways that are accessible.
Yeah.
As far as utilities go as well, I mean, if the county wants to spend money on that, to fight that, it'd be ridiculous, because when it comes to the municipal affairs and all that, they will expedite it right through. They can't stop it.
It wasn't a knee-jerk reaction on our part, we have considered that if they were to be
They can't.
unduly challenging, that we have considered that.
We certainly have looked after legal, this is all done through legal,
Yeah.
both through our lawyers as well as the county of
It's
Wetaskiwin.
just that I don't think the public knows any of this, that's why
Yeah.
I'm asking.
Well, I mean, it's not something that,
Yeah.
It wasn't arbitrary and it wasn't a knee-jerk thing, it has been
Yeah.
thoroughly looked into and vetted and planned in contingency
I mean, this has been in the works for
a very long
a
time.
very long time.
Yeah.
So another thing she was concerned about was, the residential growth around the lake. Like, she's not sure if, the development is to the best interest and the affordability of the overall picture.
so that's her opinion.
Yeah,
That's an opinion.
okay, that's
Well, and
right.
that's
All that is.
That's also based on the assumption that the water is only going to residential development on the lake. There's lots of other demand and other users that are not on the lake and not residential, all throughout the county of Wetaskiwin, and I don't know why we're tunnel visioned on one very limited demographic.
Let me put it to you this way, if you had $1 million or $2 million cabin at the lake, and you come out and, you would love to have municipal water. Secondly, you would love to have a fire hydrant in front of your house, because how are you, if your house catches on
Oh,
fire?
yeah, totally.
So that's her opinion.
Okay, no, I just thought I would, ask that since,
That's, simply because I've lived here my whole life, and I've been talking to people around the lake, and everyone I've talked to is just thrilled.
Okay, good,
They have, you know, so,
That's it?
that's it.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was good.
Where's the button?
No, I agree. I feel like very few people I've talked to, I mean, there's been lots of rumors and innuendo, but I feel very, very few people actually kind of have a good grasp of what we're doing. So I mean, that's appreciated if we can clarify some of those things.
are there gonna be naysayers? Absolutely. But, you know, nobody's gonna be forced to do anything. Nobody's been forced to give up their wells, nobody is getting forced to, you know, and I firmly believe that once it gets to Mullers, it's just gonna go like wildfire wherever
And that's
people want.
stage one, right?
Stage one is getting the second, grant, so we know what we need for infrastructure. Stage two is infrastructure and probably pipelining. Stage three will be, looking at customers around the lake and that sort of thing, or industrial and or agriculture customers, but, so we're 4 to 5 years out.
Sure.
It was interesting to me throughout this whole process that when you talk about wells around the lake, I don't live at the lake, so I don't know, I figured they'd be a well like we'd have on the farm, you know, 70, 80 feet down, et cetera. They're about 20, 22, 24 feet down,
That's it.
and they're lake water.
Wow.
So I wonder why the lakes are going down, right?
I
So
mean,
it's
mine
just interesting.
Mine at Buck is like 120,
Yeah, but you're not on the lake.
yeah,
Yeah, you're 2 blocks off. Yeah, these are the ones that are right at the lake. Some of them don't even, they just use their well water for their septic system. They don't even drink it. They bring bottled water in, which is interesting. I mean, I thought they'd be wells.
Well, some are, like, you know, as you know, my father, I've drilled wells at the lake, and back in my teenager days, they were 60 feet. Today, I think probably a lot of them are 120. But you're correct about the surface water and stuff like that. There are a lot of bored wells
Yeah.
that may be only 25 or 30, and they work on volume. But if you've got a 4-inch hole going down there, it's about 60 feet, there's all kinds of sandstone around the lake. And once you get through that, that's where all the water. But that level has dropped from 60 or 70 feet to 120, and it just keeps going down and down. And it will forever.
Yeah, so it can't feed the lake.
At one time, I heard that there was 12 wells, springs feeding the lake, and I believe there's only 1 or 2 that are actually active right now. The other ones have all
And what
died
did we hear, how long, I can't remember what it was, how long it would take to replenish that lake or something, remember?
Well, if we don't stop it pretty soon, it's gonna be, what, 100 years? or 60
Yeah.
years?
But I mean, rumors get started, you know, people think we're gonna put water into the lake, we're not. There's no water going into the lake. You know, there's lots of stuff like that, but,
But things get evolving and it gets exciting. Like, when I came here in 1988 to Thorsby area, we had a party line telephone at our farm. And then eventually they brought in underground TELUS lines.
yeah.
And once it got to the neighbor's farm, you knew you were next. And then it got more affordable as it got closer to you. Whereas if you were the one and only in that circumference that said, yep, I would like that over there, it's gonna cost one person a lot of money. Whereas this way, it gradually works its way out. And as it gets closer to these homes around the lake, people will probably say, yeah, you know what, I do want this municipal water. So, yeah, it might be foreign right now, but it will be real in a very short time.
It feels like
1988
forever,
feels
but-
like yesterday.
Yeah.
4 years have already passed this administration.
I know,
Yeah.
Is that how fast time flies?
and it feels like we've been working on this water since we got here.
Well, how much time, Corey, how much time did you guys kicking tires trying to get something going?
Probably at least 20% of the time on council, and I was considering there was COVID in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And, you know.
Water put a lot of effort and time and conversations, and like I say, yeah, that's with COVID being a main feature of that whole term, so.
Yeah.
It was not a small thing, and there's been a lot of misterm too.
When you think about it, though, we didn't get here without help, right? Because when you think about your council, there's other councils, there was the debacle, that turned into a great thing with our water treatment plant that was built, there's all that worry and all that sort of stuff. There was a lot of folks that got us here.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
A lot of hard sweat, blood, and tears.
It's gonna trickle.
And a lot of time that was donated.
Yep,
Lots of people behind the scenes
yep,
that we probably won't even acknowledge, right?
yep, 100%, Yeah.
So.
which is okay. I had if I may, I'm gonna.
Yes,
read
go
this
right ahead.
Had a really nice, message, like here, so we should have it ready. I had a real nice message from Mr. Barry Rash yesterday. I ran into him, so he texted me, and he said, Donna, I enjoyed our quick chat and appreciate the amount of time, effort, and technical support the council and administration have shown to Thorsby. There's no doubt in my mind as everything gets laid out and signed, we'll have a more resilient community going forward. Thanks for not selling Thorsby out, even if they were difficult, and I salute you all in standing up against the county's typical bullying nonsense. His opinion. Have a great week, Barry. I wrote back, hey Barry, thanks a bunch. We sure weren't interested in selling Thorsby to anybody. The next 4 years is going to be very heavy lifting, but we will prevail. Have a great day. Pretty nice.
Yeah, very nice.
Yep. Pretty nice.
Not everybody takes the time to make these little thoughts and messages, and
Yeah, no, it was nice. We got him, yeah.
Yeah, we talked to him yesterday in the ESO, he was getting a Slurpee and he wouldn't let us have any. Kind of rude.
Yeah.
So, administration provides its thank yous to council. Seriously.
All right, anything else anybody has? No, thank you ladies for coming, so, you guys wanna take a quick break, or you guys want?
No,
Let's get right into it.
just kick everybody